Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Welcome to a collective reading for the cardinal fire. My name is Petra. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. I hope this finds you well, and I hope tonight I can provide some insight, some clarity, some healing. We're going to look at the heart of Aries. Then we're going to look at your clearest pathway forward and your power move, your most powerful stance going forward. So this reading can apply anywhere, any part of your life, depending on where you have Aries in your chart or in your life. Apply it where it makes sense. How are you feeling, Aries? How is cardinal fire doing? What is going on in the heart space of Aries? What is Aries going through? Huh. Why do I feel like you think you know what to expect, but you actually have no idea? Like, you think you've got your sights set on something. You've got your mind made up about something you that's coming towards you, or that you're expecting to come towards you. You like so sure of yourself, but you have no clue. The Queen of Swords in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse. This is not seeing something. You're looking over here, Three of Wands. You're expecting something, and so there's something very left field or kind of like blindsiding you. You don't see it coming. You're so fixated on how something else is going to come towards you that you're not seeing something coming towards you from another direction. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse. It's almost like you might have a plan, or you might have set out to do something a certain way, and you might have really high hope. It's like you have high hopes. You're like, yeah, it's gonna be like this. This doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like a bad kind of blindsiding, like it, because it just feels like you don't see it. Just feels like you don't see it coming because you're so focused on. Why is Aries feeling like this? Huh. So sure of yourself. Knight of Wands with the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's like you're so sure of yourself. You're moving forward so quickly. You're pursuing a desire or a passion. It's like letting the horses out of the gate. You're rushing towards something. And here's this, see, I don't think it's a bad thing that's going to take you by surprise. This feels like this Queen of Cups is behind the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is what you're not seeing. See how this Three of Wands is looking off in this direction, and behind him is a queen with the High Priestess? Here, this Knight of Wands is looking off in this direction, and behind him is another queen. You're liable to miss somebody or something that just wants to take care of you, that just wants to give to you, that can understand you. There's a level of understanding and care. And it's like you're so insistent on your direction, on your expectations. It's not even that it's not insistent. That's not the right word. It's like tunnel vision, or like a bull. I'm looking at the red cloth here. It's like, what are those called? Bullfighters. They use a red cloth to get the bull charging, and it's this feeling of like you've set off in a direction and there's no changing that now. There's no changing your course because you're already moving towards it, and you're moving towards it with so much force and kind of determination, movement, momentum. You're really sure of yourself. You're really sure of yourself. And here's what you're not seeing. It's like you're not running away from it, you just don't see it. You don't see it coming. You don't see it there. Damn. All these swords. 4 of Swords, Ace of Swords in reverse, 3 of Swords. I think you're like... hold on. Wow, yeah. You're moving so quickly because you're moving away from something that was really painful. You're trying to get a break from the pain of relationships. Literally, like 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. You're just like, I don't want to deal with making myself vulnerable anymore. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to open myself up to getting taken advantage of, to getting hurt, to getting used. Like there's this kind of feeling of like I need to go my own direction. This Ace of Swords in the middle, it's kind of harsh. It's kind of like having a very harsh reaction, being in a very reactionary state. This almost feels like a little bit like PTSD, or like relationship PTSD, right? Where, you're in a situation that is really painful, or you keep repeating painful situations, and you're like, I just want out of this. I don't want to be going through it anymore. So let me just completely cut out relationships altogether. Any little opening feels like too much. There's this kind of overly sensitive, overly reactionary, like taking things, being triggered, so taking yourself out of the scenario, like, and altogether, like you're just like, it's drastic, it's kind of harsh, it's kind of like, look at all these swords, right? And then look at all these cups. Not only is, look at what the Queen of Cups is bringing you. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is in reverse. This feels like what you're not seeing, what you're not seeing coming, what you're not feeling, what you might be missing because you're running. You're too quick to take offense at things, too quick to cut things off, too quick to... This might even just be, what's driving this kind of tunnel vision or blinders that you have on. Is like, I don't even have time to consider this. Love, care, relationships, like something that actually is real, goes somewhere. Being someone who actually has genuine emotion. Like, look at these cards. I feel like you're just totally cut off from it. Like, you're not even giving that a chance in yourself. It's not like you're not giving this person a chance or this opportunity. You are so... Yeah, see how he's looking away? Six of Pentacles is looking away from the 2 and the 10. It's like... Interesting, Aries. I don't know. Either... I don't think you see this person. I want to be very clear about that. I don't think this is not someone that you have rejected or someone that you were in a relationship and got away from or left or there was a separation. I don't see that at all. It's literally a new connection. It could be someone that knows about you or knows you in some form, like, but just not in that way. Like, you're just not looking at them in that way. You don't see them like that. You don't see them as an option because you're running from your triggers. You're running from getting hurt. Right? You don't want to even give a chance to love. So it feels like there's someone either hasn't entered your life at all or is in your life, but you aren't even aware of them as an option like that, as a love interest, as having interest in you. Like, you're just so not aware of it. You are not aware of this person. You don't see it. He's looking like, this is you, the Six of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands. It's like, you're so sure of yourself. You see how they're looking, these two characters are looking this direction, and right behind them is the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. You're either in a position of missing out. I almost feel like the strange part is this. I almost feel like this person has tried to communicate to you their feelings. Like, there's no reason you shouldn't see them as an option, as a real option, as something that could really go somewhere and grow and be fulfilling, and like you don't see a future with them, but I think it's like they've tried to show you. There's two scenarios here, basically. There's someone who has tried to express their emotions to you, but you're so shut down and closed off because of past hurts and just trying to protect yourself from getting hurt again and kind of running in your own direction, that you almost have just missed it. Like you literally have just missed the cues. You missed an opportunity. You're missing somebody that has a lot of love for you. And like, I'm literally getting that scenario of like when someone has PTSD from a relationship or a situation. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I mean, this feels like that. It feels very heavy. Like, I cannot see clearly because of how I've been hurt. That's what that is, right? Post-traumatic stress. It's like you get hurt, and so you try not to get hurt again, and so you just create this blindness where you just kind of not even seeing what's right in front of you. So I think that's one way this is playing out. The other way this is playing out is like you're not even gonna cross paths with them. You're missing out on love in general because you're closed. Because you're moving so quickly and not giving a chance, not even looking for love. It's like, oh, well, I don't care about that. I just want to, be at peace. I don't want to be hurt. I'm just going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep to myself. So I don't get hurt, right? And just missing it. Just completely missing it. Missing opportunities that are right next to you. That it's like I see somebody crossing paths, that if you were just looking, you would see it. It's right there. It's right there. You might know who this is though, like the first scenario, right? It could be. This is what I want to say. If there's somebody who has tried to offer you love and you just kind of found ways to feel hurt by it, like that's what PTSD can do to you too, right? Like coming out of a really toxic relationship or something, you can read into things in a way that isn't even the truth. It isn't even the truth. Like you're not seeing clearly, you get triggered by things or you interpret things one way and that's not even what it was. So it definitely feels like there could be this person just kind of like, well, I guess Aries is looking elsewhere, and Aries is going, damn, I guess they didn't really love me anyways, or couldn't really go anywhere. Meanwhile, that's exactly what it was. Like they were trying to give it to you. It feels like it could be a misunderstanding. That's the word. It's either a misunderstanding because of your triggers and your pain that you're trying to shield yourself from, that you're running from, that you're trying to escape. Like, it's either a misunderstanding or a missed opportunity. a misunderstanding that leads to a missed opportunity, or just you're not looking for it, so you don't see it when it crosses paths with you. You know how, like, when you learn a new word, you know, you see it all the time, you start seeing it everywhere, and you're like, damn, how did I not, where was that word before I knew it, right? It's that kind of thing. Like, if you're not looking for something, you're not going to see it. You're just completely going to miss it. It's just, you're going to walk right past it. You're going to walk right past the exact thing that is for you, someone that loves you, the real deal, the thing that you're like, oh no, I can't have that. That's not a real, you know, that's, if you're always looking for the way that someone's going to betray you, or the way that, if you're always trying not to get hurt, you can't see the actual good intentions in people. You only see what it becomes your own. You only see your expectations. You can't see clearly. Yeah. Damn, Aries. All right, what is, if I could get a shuffle on these cards, that would be nice. Like one shuffle that's not fucked up. Please? Can I get just one? Okay, Aries, what is your clearest pathway? What is the clearest pathway for Aries? Ooh, 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 my God. The devil in reverse with the Empress and Justice. Holy shit, Aries. Wow. What a set of cards. You need to stop. You need to stop this. I don't want to say PTSD lightly, because I know that's like a diagnosable thing. I don't know what to say. I think there's a lot of varying degrees of that. But it's your attachment to your fears, right? That's how I'll say it. It's this blindness. It's being so afraid of being vulnerable, right? Of being harmed, that you're running from it, right? That you're letting that control you. Once you start running from something, it controls you. Release yourself from these fears. Because look at this. The Empress and Justice. You have someone who's, if not already in your life, going to enter your life, who is the one. I mean, I don't know. I don't say that lightly either. Like, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, Justice, Queen of Swords, High Priestess. This is a divine feminine energy, and I don't say that lightly either. It's like, you're all the small cards here, Aries. you're missing someone really amazing. You're missing someone really loving and generous and can actually build a real future with them. Growth. You could really grow a life. This is someone who's like pouring fresh water on these wounds, on these scars, on these battle scars. But you have to be able to see them. You have to be able to release yourself from fears to be able to even recognize that kind of energy. It could walk right in front of you. It could shake your hand, and it could even, offer a connection and open up and be receptive to you, and you could still find a way to shut yourself off from it if you're in this state of being, right? This attachment to your fears. Anytime you open up to love, right? Anytime you open up to connection, you make yourself vulnerable to being hurt. That's just the facts of it. The more you try to run from vulnerability, the more you just lock yourself out from this person, from even being able to see this person. They are coming through so strongly, and you're coming through really attached to your fears to the point that you're not even looking at them. You're not even paying attention. You don't even see, you don't even have the framework to see them. It's like, wow. Wake up. This person is, if they're not in your life already, they will be in your life soon. You will cross paths with them soon. Like, did I take that from the bottom? I think I did. Seven of Wands, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Every single reading I have been doing has been getting the Wheel of Fortune. This summer solstice is a big turning point for everyone, it seems like. Seven of Wands and the Hermit. This is interesting. This is like being willing to go your own way. Have faith. Have faith. Don't give up. Don't backslide. The Seven of Wands under the Devil. Don't backslide. Hold your ground. Hold your position. Be willing to be alone. Be willing to go into the depths of yourself and look. Face the truth, right? Face your fears. Defend your position. It's like you've gotten yourself this devil in reverse. This feels like having faith. Again, see how his back is to the Wheel of Fortune? The Hermit has his back to the Wheel of Fortune. Just in the same way that the Six of Pentacles has his back to the Cups, 10 and the 2. Just like the Knight has his back to the Queen. Just like the Three of Wands has his back to the other Queen and the High Priestess. Here's the Hermit with his back to the Wheel of Fortune. And this speaks about faith. Having faith. Having enough faith to do the inner work, to like face your fears. to know that there's something better, like, than this. I see this like tunnel. If this is the tunnel vision, right? This is the work of going through a tunnel, navigating through a tunnel, using that inner light of, knowing yourself, understanding yourself, shedding a light on turning around and looking at these fears instead of running from them and letting them run you. You go through that tunnel, right? So that you can come out the other side. You have to have faith. Even if you can't see it, you have to know that this person is there. Yeah. Wow. It's like all you've been able to see so far has been all this pain. And so you're like, I don't even want to see anymore. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to take any more chances. You have to have faith that you haven't seen the end of the tunnel yet. You have to have faith that you're not seeing this person. Look at this person. This is you. And this is this person. Male or female, it's this generous, growing, expanding, nurturing, caring, genuine, like real future, real fulfillment, real loyalty, commitment, relationship, like family, foundation. This person absolutely exists for you. And your clearest way forward, right, is to release yourself from your fears and have faith so that you can actually see them when they do cross your path, or if they are already around you. There's no other way to interpret this but a love reading. I'm gonna just say that. It is not a career. This is not, friendship, community, larger family. Like, this is a counterpart. This is a match. This is a love relationship. This is, growing a family together, building a home, building a legacy. But it's built on a romantic love connection. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Justice, the Empress. That's what this is. And you may have turned your back to that, right? Or you may just have your back to that because you're running from it. Because of past experiences, you're triggered anytime you feel your heart opening, your heart becoming vulnerable. It's like you feel triggered, so you start running. Or you're just running so fast, period, that you never feel your heart. It's like you may have figured out a way to not feel vulnerable because you're just moving so fast, or so shut down, not looking for it. I'm not expecting it. I'm focused on other things, focused on it's almost like, oh, I've been hurt too many times, so fuck it, I'm just gonna like be on some bullshit. Like, Yeah, wow. Wow, I've never seen somebody have like another person show up. I mean, so far in these readings on this channel, this is the first time it's been such a clear, like, other person showing up. Don't miss the love of your life because you're busy trying not to be vulnerable. Because you're afraid of being vulnerable. Because you're so dead set on a certain direction, a certain, you know, keeping yourself we have a lot of different things that we develop to not feel vulnerable, right? Like the things that you're good at, the things that keep you busy, the things that are exciting. And I'm just seeing this, like, this is just annoying in the face of this. Like, what are you doing? Like this is playing around, you know, not being serious, being always looking for the next thing, always, you know, trying to run the show. And this is like, how dare you, Aries? Don't ever act like, how dare you act like this in the face of this kind of person? It feels like you're not trying to be disrespectful. You're not trying to miss this person. Like this definitely is a misunderstanding on your part, but it's infuriating because this is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is the love of a lifetime. This is, do not let some small past pain, fear of being vulnerable, do not let that get in the way of the love of a lifetime. All right, what is Aries' power stance? The humpback whale. The whale. This is Cancer. Deep wisdom, intuition, dreams, family, generations. This is a very beautiful, beautiful card, especially alongside all these cups and all this feminine energy. Like, this is a deeply fated connection, I want to say. Like you have ancestors or spirit guides that have been, you know, working to put you in the same room as this person, or have you cross paths. You might be seeing this person in dreams. You might just have this feeling. Yeah, it's this like high priestess. Cancer and Cancer season. We're just about to enter Cancer season next week. Yeah, this is big. This is big. It feels like you have some healing to do in order to be able to receive it. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this person is literally going to sweep you off your feet kind of thing. Like maybe this is what this is saying, that it's fated. It's the ancestors are bringing you two together. There's not, so do the work, get ready, you know, heal these past triggers that are making you blind, that are making you like you know, gun shy, like of opening your heart, to opening your heart. Open your heart. Look at that arch in the whale's back too. It's like opening its heart as it does that jump into the water, backflip or whatever it is doing. Yeah, it's a deep release. There's a deep release, releasing of fears. It's making me think of like a trust fall, or like that exercise where you like fall back and you let someone catch you. This faith piece here. You know, push through the tunnel and confront your fears, but ultimately what keeps you going in that sense of healing or resolving your internal, confronting your demons. I mean, the hermit's like literally shining his light on the devil, you know, and it's this 7 of wands in between them. It's like a battling your demons, shining the light, you know, shining the light in those dark corners and chasing off these fears, because there's this deep faith. That's your power stance. It's faith, intuition, trust. This Cancer. Cancer season is when this plays out. Okay, what is Aries? Can I shuffle these? All right, what is Aries power stance? Taurus. That's like the Empress. That's this feminine energy. Earth. Growth. Wealth. Tangible results, like the body, like the senses. This feels very healing. This combination, the whale and Taurus. It's very feminine. It's very healing and nurturing and repairing, like balm, like soothing, like a salve or a balm that like soothes a burn. Like, yeah, heal yourself, Aries. Do what you need to do to heal, to really nurture yourself. Like, take care. Be this, you know, this is your power stance, basically. It's like this feminine, nurturing, beautiful, growing, like, yeah, that's another person that's very strongly coming through. But you're also turning your back on that part of yourself, right? If you're constantly in this battle mode, or let me escape mode, or let me get away, or let me get, you know, let me not be vulnerable, let me not open myself up to anything ever, like this whole little section right here, when you do that, right, you're not able to recognize this divine feminine energy when it crosses paths with you and another person, because you have turned your back on it in yourself, right? Because you're turning your back on your intuition, you're turning your back on your understanding, your deep ability to balance things out and tap into your own feminine natures, right? It's like, this is your power stance, is this deeply feminine, nurturing, caregiving. That's what allows you to be vulnerable. Think about it. Taurus and Cancer, that would create like an oasis where you could just be vulnerable, whereas you don't have to be on guard, you don't have to be moving fast, so you don't get so there isn't an opportunity. Like, you don't have to be in this defense reactive mode. In this kind of, if you have an environment like this, like Taurus and Cancer, that's like safety and comfort, and give that to yourself, right? Build that into your own life. Put that salve, that healing salve, on your own wounds. I like it because I like this. Feminine energy is kind of balancing this Seven of Wands, Hermit, Devil in reverse storyline, right? This turning and facing your fears. Like, this feels like more of a masculine energy that is important. This is your clearest pathway forward, right? Is to have faith in this divine feminine, this divine counterpart, to have faith in the end of the tunnel, have faith that that does exist, so that you do go and attack your fears, go turn and look at your fears, so you're not running from them. That's a very masculine, active, like, that's tapping into your courage. I think that feels like it feels kind of familiar or easy for Aries to do that, right? It's combative, it's fiery, this is Virgo, this is Capricorn, it's Aries is good at fighting. So these two are a nice balance for that. For that warrior, it's like, yeah, your clearest pathway forward is to confront your fears, but your power move is to be really feminine, to be really soft and nurturing, and create space that is protected so you can be vulnerable. That's what it takes to confront fears, right? You have to be willing to feel. You have to be willing to feel how vulnerable you are. All right, what is Aries' power move? What is Aries' power stance? Gebo, the crossroads. Choice. Devil lives down at the crossroads, right? You could definitely miss this person. You could definitely miss the love of a lifetime. It is that instantaneous, right? This almost feels like humble yourself. Like, know that you can be redirected, that sometimes you think you're going this way and you actually need to be going this way, and let your path be interrupted. Like, talk about crossing of paths. That's what this is. That's what I keep saying, have been saying this whole time. It's like, you're going to cross paths with this person. There's a crossing of paths, and there's a need to be humble and present about that, right? Like, face your fears, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, heal yourself, so that you can be present, right? So that you can see the person in front of you when they cross your path. Like, so you can see in all different directions instead of, only seeing what you're expecting. It's like, yeah. Do this inner work so that you can recognize your counterpart. This is also reminds me of like the Lover's card. It has that mirroring, like that feeling. Like, if you were to cross paths with your soulmate, would you recognize them? Would you be able to recognize them? Right? That requires knowing your own soul. Right? That requires nourishing and growing your own soul and vulnerability and being open and like this feels like a very, almost a warning, right? This trickster energy. The devil is at the crossroads. It's kind of like a warning. Like, if you don't do the inner work, if you don't confront your fears, if you don't nurture yourself and tap into your feminine energy so that you can be open and vulnerable and see what's right in front of you, like, you will stay blind. Feels like there's some kind of test, almost. This Ace of Swords is right here in the middle. Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like there's some kind of test. Almost like, in order to even see this person or get access to this counterpart, you'll be tested first, almost. That's kind of an intense message. But this whole reading has been kind of intense. Kind of heavy and like a warning. Like, there's definitely a capacity to just completely miss the train, miss the boat, miss the flight, like miss your connection, miss your connecting flight. There's something like, there's a connection coming up. There's going to be this divine counterpart that contains a lot of growth in your future. And I think there's kind of like some kind of testing process that Aries is undergoing. Like, wrap this up, like, deal with these fears. Like, not I don't have any doubt in my mind that you, Aries, will be able to do this. You will make the connection. You will make your connecting flight if you just do this. But you definitely have the capacity to be singular-minded, like right? If you're not willing to, it could go either way, is what I'm trying to say. It could go either way. It all depends on you. You definitely have the capacity to make this connection. None of this here is so big that you can't, like, it feels very fated. It feels very supported by your ancestors, your angels. It feels very, like they're setting you two up to cross paths. You just have to do what you have to do to be able to see them. I think that sums it up. Is there anything else, Aries? I think that's it. All right. I hope that was helpful. Hope that was helpful for someone out there. Thank you for joining me. I am available for personal readings. I'll put the link in the description. And yeah, appreciate all my subscribers, all of my supporters here on this channel. You guys are the best. And yeah, I'm still looking at this spread because it's so, this person is so intense to me. They're just coming through so strongly. Wow. Okay. All right, Aries. Thank you. I'll see you next time.